Greetings. My name is Kushim Rey. Um, Other people may have known me. Other people have known me before as Troy Bacon. I manifest myself as Kushim Rey, and those who respect that, those who identify with that, you can simply call me Kush. If you know me before as Troy, then hey, that's cool too. But I manifest myself as Troy. But enough about me. You know what I mean? This is not about me. This is not about anything I got going. Whatever. Um, Today's thing, today's energy, today's manifestation, whatever you want to call it, is love, man. Is love, 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 love. And I have to ask everybody a question, any and every being who's watching, whoever will watch this. Do you love yourself? And I want to make sure I'm looking into the screen because I want to look you in your eye. Like, do you love yourself? Like, love is such a lofty emotion. Love is such an abstract emotion. Love is a thing that's thrown around just very easily. You know what I mean? But there is something very practical. There is something very applicable to life, real life. The word love. Um, I just recently made a post about this, but this is regarding to my brothers and sisters who deem themselves conscious or woke, or what I mean. Well, you know, um, that along with other terms such as melanin and whatever I feel are being commercialized, are being exploited, are being diluted, polluted um, by people who don't want to see that these things thrive in their true form. So I've already taken the M word out, you know what I mean, referring to our skin pigmentation and other things. The next two terms I'm taking out are conscious and woke. Um, it used to mean something, when you say you were part of the conscious community, when you say you were woke. People used to not know what that was. Like, what is that? But now it's just being strewn to the wayside. It's being appropriated. And you know who does the appropriating. They send their agents out. I'm not even gonna get into that. But it's about love. Do you love yourself? Um, and I say to replace consciousness and woke with love, because consciousness and woke, just to me, it speaks about gaining the knowledge, gaining the tools, adding to your arsenal of knowledge about your history, and knowledge about your culture, knowledge about yourself, knowledge about, what I mean, just this information, data. Oh, yo, I looked this up. Yo, I read this article. Yo, I heard about this. Yo, I want to start doing this. But once we attach the word love to things, it makes it's an accountability factor, because everybody claims to love themselves. If I asked you if you loved yourself, yeah, of course, you probably answered a million times, yes, bro, yeah, I love myself, yeah. Why wouldn't I love myself? Do you love yourself? Like, it's crazy. But the things that we do, the lifestyle that is being um, presented to us, forced on us, is not one of love, not one of self-love, not one of love of your community, not one of love of your people, not one of love in general. Unconditional love, which is the highest love. Um, the food we eat, the lifestyles we live, the lack of exercise, the just everything, just the negative dissonance that's happening, cognitive dissonance that's happening within ourselves and our people. It's not one of love. It's one of hate. It's one of self-hate. So what me and my queen started doing, we started adding the phrase, "Because I love myself, I will." So for example, because I love myself, I would make a choice to eat better. I will watch my nutrition. Because I love myself, I know my body needs to be be in tune. So I'm going to exercise more. Because I love myself, I will, research and read certain things. I will bounce ideas around certain people. Because I love myself, I will protect myself. Because I love myself, I will spread love to other people, the same love to other people. Um, Loving it, when you say you love yourself, it's automatically tied and correlated to action. Because if you say you love yourself, because you love yourself, you will do these things and you don't do them, then what's the opposite of love? You must hate yourself. You must be participating in this culture of self-hate that we, appropriate. We perpetuate daily. You know what I mean? So it's immediate accountability factor. Oh, because I love myself, I'm gonna get up and run at 6 o'clock this morning. If I wake up at 7 o'clock, damn, do I love myself? You know what I'm saying? Like, did I do it? Did I hold myself accountable for this? It's applying the knowledge. It's applying the action. It's applying the data that you have learned. You know what I mean? It's one thing amassing it. It's another thing to arrange it, and it's another thing entirely to actually put it into action. We need action at this point. We need action at this point, especially with the recent events. I mean, not even the recent events, the events that's been going on since, I mean, I'm talking preach to the choir, but it's all about action. And I know that if we act out of love, not in a lofty, oh, I love you, oh, this is great, oh, I love you, like, no, because I love myself, I need to get things done. Because I love myself, I need to apply this knowledge that I've been getting, you know what I mean? Because I love myself, I need to actively seek this knowledge. Because I love myself, I can't be lazy. Because I love myself, I can't be complacent. Because I love myself, I can't fall back into the same, stigma, the same motion. You know what I mean? It's a whole different wave. You know what I mean? As I stated before, it's only two true emotions. And everything, two root emotions. Everything stems from one of those two. It's either love or hate. You know what I mean? Some people take out hate and put in fear, but fear and hate is the same thing because you hate what you fear. You know what I mean? So, I encourage any and everyone to write out a list um, of the things that you would do for yourself because you love yourself, and the things you would do for other people because you love other people, the things you would do for your community because you love your community, because the universe is about harmony. The universe is about balance, and harmony is love. You know what I mean? Because there is nothing but unconditional love in the universe, there's balance, there's harmony. Um, and we have to take that, as above, so below. If the universe is doing shit, nigga, we gotta do it. You know what I mean? You gotta do it. I gotta do it. And I would much rather come together with a community of people who love themselves first. Because if you love yourself, you gotta master yourself. Because you love yourself, you want to master. Because you want to master yourself, you want to master your crafts. Because you want to master your crafts, you got to do your due diligence to everything that comes about with that. And I'd much rather be a part of a community of beings who love themselves, other than beings who just want to do stuff for show, just want to do stuff for outward appearances. Love is from the inside. You know what I'm saying? The wavelength of love is on a much higher frequency than a wavelength of fear and hate. You know what I mean? Fear and hate is very, you know what I mean? Love is, you know what I mean? Excuse my hands or whatever, but like, that's a real thing. You know what I mean? We can unlock all these chakras. We can unlock all these frequencies. We can unlock all of our God energy by participating in love. Even in the Bible, they say God is love. Hold up. God is love. So if you are loving, you are of God. You know what I mean? I don't take that with however you see it. You know what I mean? However you view it as far as the Bible is concerned. But in every other spirituality and religion, it all goes back to point towards the same thing: love, harmony, balance. You know what I mean? So love is something that is very applicable. So love is something that we can do constantly, daily. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I would much rather, I feel like there's much more action, much more building, much more collective synergy, you know what I mean, that could be done while acting out of love, while acting out of love, love. I can't say it enough, you know what I mean? It's crazy. Because I love myself, I will. Because I love myself, I will not. You know what I'm saying? Because I love myself, you know what I mean? Because I love myself. Put that phrase in right before anything that you decide to do, and it'll literally check yourself. You know what I mean? You'll literally check yourself. Um, and I'm not saying that we need to go extra peaceful, hippie, you know what I mean? Oh, it's just love, bro. Just do. Like, because I love myself, I need to learn how to defend myself. Because I love myself, I must be willing to die to protect the things that I love. You know what I mean? Like, if you flip the coin, it's just as fierce. It's just as much as it is lovey and warm feeling, it's just as cold hearted and whatever. And because I love myself, bro, I can't be around you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry that we grew up, you know what I mean? However it may plan out, because I love myself, I have to make this decision. But it forces you to make a decision. And it forces you to be accountable to that decision, because it's going to eat at the back of your brain. If you say that you love yourself, because you love yourself, you're going to do something, you haven't done it. Dang, man, do I love myself? Man, I love myself. I need to do this. You know what I'm saying? I love myself. But one thing, you got to be honest. It only works if honesty is a part of this. You know, because I love myself, I will be honest about what I really love, or what I really need to do to master myself, or what I really need to put forth. Your loving yourself may not be mine. It may not be to the extent that mine is, or mine may not be to the extent of yours is in a particular field. You know what I mean? In natural order, everything falls into place, but we have to be honest with each other about our skills, about our abilities, about our knowledge base, about whatever. We got to know where we at. You can't be scared to know where you really stand. You know what I mean? And that's something that, I had to do. That's something that the people around me who love themselves had to do. It's a real thing. Like, and you can't be scared of what that looks like, because that's the worst it's ever gonna look. You know what I mean? Once you start loving yourself, once you make that commitment to loving yourself, that's the worst it's ever gonna look. Even if it's great, it's still the worst it's ever gonna look. So you just gotta love yourselves, yo. And from there, once people start writing out that list, once people start affirming, confirming what they want in life, loving yourself will help you see what you really want in life. You know what I mean? Loving yourself will help you manifest what you really desire. Because a lot of people, they end up hating their life because they're doing something that they don't love, or they're doing something that they're not willing to do for free. Yeah, you know what I mean? I always ask people, like, yo, if there was no money, if there was no nothing, like, what would you do? What would you end up doing? What do you like to do? You know what I mean? What do you love? What is your passion? You know what I'm saying? Finding self-love helps you find your passion, which will help direct your desires to manifest things that reciprocate more love. You know what I mean? It's exponential. Like, we all should be producing as much love as humanly, spiritually, physically, mentally possible on every plane, any and every plane. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm the perfect person, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not the perfect being. I mess up, players fuck up too, you know what I mean? I mess up daily. You know what I mean? It's daily I check myself like, yo, man, you don't love yourself, bro. Because if you loved yourself, man, you would really be on this a lot more. Or you would be paying more attention. You'd be doing this. Or you'd be more aware. You know what I'm saying? Be putting more energy towards it. We got to maximize our energy. We got to maximize our beings. Our light is precious. You know what I mean? Our love is precious. Our energy is precious. Our vibration are precious. And the universe needs it. You know what I'm saying? So we got to maximize this stuff, man. We got to maximize. So I'm going to get out your hair, you know what I'm saying? But just think of that, man. Do you love yourself? Do you truly love yourself? Are you doing everything that you possibly humanly, spiritually can to advance, to elevate, to go higher, go past your limits? Nobody sets limits on you but you. You only accept the limits that people put on you. You know what I mean? So do you love yourself? Love yourself. Let's build a community of love, not hate. Because if you don't love, you hate. Don't be no hater. You know what I mean? So, Kushim Rey signing off. Love everybody. You know what I'm saying? The sky is the basement. The sky is the basement. Yeah.